Hello everybody, and welcome to the Paradise Gaming YouTube channel, where today we got another board game unboxing. So, little quick backstory, if you haven't been watching these videos, I've been taking a little while before I did a board game unboxing. I've been so caught up on MetaZoo, the TCG, opening that, and if you know anything about MetaZoo, they just keep having products, one after another, getting released, so it's pretty wild, keeping up with it all. But it's been about roughly 4 or 5 months since I did my last board game unboxing, and that's what this channel really started, was unboxing board games, so I need to get back into that. I have a pretty massive amount of board games that I haven't did a video on, or at the very least even checked into yet. So yeah, if you know anything about Kickstarters, Kickstarter, the website, I do Kickstart and back a lot of board games, so I've been getting a lot of them in today. And in the past few days I have been, and this is one of them, and I forgot all about this one. This one's a little bit of more of a niche market, probably, board game, I would say, but I still like Japanime Games. I think they do pretty good work, and I'm into that kind of stuff, so I think they do great work, and really hit that aesthetic. And yeah, so today we're going to get into one of the games I have. And today it is like I said, it's smaller board game. It's CHAINsomnia by Japanime Games. Here's the box. Japanime, they do obviously a lot of games, board games, card games, stuff like that. They do a lot of that stuff, you know, from Japan, obviously. So yeah, I would say it's more of a niche market of board games, but it is obviously, like I said, it's still, you know, pretty good board games in my opinion. You got 1 to 4 players, 40 to 60 minutes, and ages 14 up. So some quick stats to throw at you. Also, Delightworks Incorporated. We're talking about the creators, and same thing on this side and here on this side. Here we go. Nice shot of the logo, and we'll take a look at the back. Can you make it out of the Castle of Nightmares? A thrilling co-op escape game. And with design directed by Seiji Kanai and Shohu Shirisaka. I probably butchered that, but you know, not my first language. I am sorry. The children cannot be roused from their slumber, for a daemon has snatched their souls away to his castle, reveling in their fear as they try to desperately to escape. As each new nightmarish event frightens the children, the daemon's grip on their souls tightens, its chains pulling them ever closer to its cages to entrap them forever. Use the items hidden around the castle and the unique skills of each character to vanquish the nightmares and escape before the children are engulfed by terror and trapped inside the walls for eternity. So obviously, besides the whole chibi aesthetic you're getting out of this, which is one of my favorite things, you're also getting like the map that you'll be playing on is a tile placement, it looks like, and that's another thing I like about board games. If you have that mechanic, I enjoy that very much, so probably another reason why I backed it. Alright, let's take a look at the components. Summary cards, ×4, character figures. I won't read it all, you can pause it and look at it. Here's some pictures, some more information. So yeah, there's a quick overview and look at the game. So I did the all-in, and the all-in came with some sleeves. So here you have some premium quality card sleeves, 60 standard size. There's Player's Choice brand. I've never had this brand before, so I don't know exactly if they really are premium or not. In my opinion, we'll see. But yeah, this is what came with it. Also came with a first player token. And a lot of games, they do like really premium, really you know, crazy first player tokens. This one's just a wood chip, and you got the logo. There's the chains and start player, first player token. A lot of Kickstarter board games they'll add that. Just you give it to the person whose turn it is. Something, you know, a little nice little addition to the game. I actually enjoy when it's simple like this. Just a wood chip, like I think it's awesome. I like it. You don't need to be all big and fancy, have a giant metal token or a giant metal coin. And then lastly, quickly, so it comes with wood, or not wood, I'm sorry. It comes with like cardboard standees in the main game. So an add-on, or if you got the all-in, you can have the character standard or character standee set, as you can see, and this is acrylic. So if a game doesn't come with miniatures, I'm all about getting the acrylic, just because I think it's something more physical, durable. I always hate how cardboard can fray on the edges, or the art will start to peel off if it's, you know, long play. So yeah, I always go with acrylic if I can. So these are the characters you play as, and here are their names: Charlotte, Vane, Timmy, Ryan, Isaac, and Chloe. I think it's pretty funny. Very bare bones, simple English names. But it's you know, made in Japan, made by Japanese creators. I think that's pretty funny. I think maybe that this game, like I said, it's been a long time since I backed this game, over a year. So maybe it's like based on European characters, like London or something. It gives off that vibe a little bit. So we'll just go ahead and open these real quick, since shouldn't take long to do. We'll take a look at them, and then we'll get into the rest of the stuff. But yeah, have any of you guys out there, or have you heard of this board game? Did anybody else back it? Do you think it is something y'all would be interested in? It's especially with the small amount of time it takes to play it. It looks like it'd be like a quick little mini game to play. Like, it's not something you would take a whole afternoon to play, which I appreciate. I have a lot of really big campaign games that take a lot of time to play, so having these little, you know, both in scope and size, having these smaller games just to round out the other ones is nice. So here we go with the acrylic. As you can see, it's, let me wipe the fuzz off real quick. So it's the acrylic is cut out. You have the art printed on one side, not on the other. So you got one side the printing's on, and I would say it's pretty good quality. There's no scuffs, no scratches in the acrylic. So, and then the reverse side, very clear. You can see exactly everything in the art. So yeah, they look like they're pretty solid. Very well done. And this was a smaller game, as you can tell, so it was a smaller campaign. I don't think it was much over $100 for the all-in, so it was definitely a smaller side Kickstarter game, not a crazy, massive, tons of stuff, which I appreciate. Not every Kickstarter game has to be a massive all-in ordeal, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You know, you can be happy with the more humble, smaller size games, because at the end of the day, it's the quality over quantity for a lot of people, and for, you know, some games. If you just have a ton of stuff, you know, in your game, you have tons of expansions, tons of pieces, but your game's not fun and it's not that great quality, then is it really a win as a consumer, as a person buying the game? Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and tear it open. That was all the side little things. Throw that trash away. So actually on the board you can see it has that the sleek, I gotta figure out exactly the correct term for that. It's not a raised embroidery really, nothing like that. It's just the sheen they add to the kids here. and the logo, and I think, yeah, a little bit on the little wisp. So that's pretty cool. So I can see it's a really small game. The boxes, not a ton of stuff. All right, here we go with the rule book. Once again, more information. Here's the back, some questions. Here's the credits. Production was Delightworks and Japanime Games. Game design, graphic design, I also can't read that. Here's some supervisors. The executive producer was Eric Price. Translation was Maisie Hatchard. Editing was William Nabling. And then obviously for inquiries. So let's take a quick peek through the rulebook. Got pictures, that's good. Looks like pretty good descriptions. You have character descriptions, that's nice. Good explanation of the character board. So, very cool. Components, table of contents. Cute little ghost, demon ghost. There's a game overview if you want to read that. Story so far. Cool. So you got like a parchment paper design storybook element to the rulebook. You know, so they did a good job with the rulebook. I think I love it. You know, color. You gotta have color. Gotta have pictures to show exactly what you're talking about. So I think they did a great job. And you know, I don't ask a lot out of a rulebook. I'm not that crazy. I just make it simple, make it colorful, give pictures to help explanations. That's all I ask out of a rulebook, really. And 18 pages, so that's pretty short. That's good. Does not look like it has a. Let's see. No, that's it. 18 pages. No glossary. It looks like, or yeah, table of content. Okay, there. All right, so there's the rulebook. Here's the standees. I like how they have a color background, unique to each character. How they punch. Punch is pretty easy. Minimal fraying on the edges. A little bit there. Other than that, good art. Clearly you can tell the character. I like the color coding for each character. That's pretty nice. Something simple and not really crazy to ask for. It's little details, right? It's the little details that make a difference. So here we go. Just a little bit of fraying on each of these, but nothing too crazy. Art is really good quality. These are decent standees. I can accept these standees. All right, here you go. Here's the cardboard start player token. So like I said earlier, you have the wooden chip one. This one's a cardboard start player. Here you have some more little pieces, some little chains. They pop out pretty easily. These are good quality. They pop out really easy. That's good. So that's good quality. Minimal fraying, easy, easy punching. All right, what do we have here? Open this envelope when you win the game. Without changing their order or turning them over, take the cards out of the envelope and read that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. We will not open that, obviously, but that's pretty cool. I can't remember, or I don't remember that being a thing. All right, what we have here. Character action summary card. Okay, cool. So that's nice. I like it when games include a summary card of what actions you can take and then the steps that you can take. Especially for people who it's their first time playing. These are huge. Something simple you can add to the game that makes a lot of difference. Because if anybody who's had to explain a board game or teach somebody new, you're just in the back of your head. Because each round you got to remind people what's next step they can do, what actions they can take, who they can attack, etc., etc. So it's nice to have stuff like that, so you can easily just not have to be constantly reminding people, answering the same questions over and over. So here we go. You got the character sheets. Here's the back. Pretty awesome. Very cool logo. So say you got a castle with a chain. Fits the aesthetic. The Clairvoyance, that's pretty cool. So you have a subset, not just a name. Action points. Skill. So there's skill. So yeah, it's been so long I can't remember exactly how you play the game. But I would assume you don't want to be in a cage. You want to be chained up. So maybe the tracker goes like this for your when you get hit, or maybe when you take damage, etc. So 2 luck, 5 wisdom, and 3 strength. So she's a sage young woman. Pretty cool. Alright, here's the next one. You got the investigator, Isaac. Strength of 2, 5 luck, 3 wisdom. And his is actually different than hers. Is that just because he has a wheelchair? So it's not steps, it's rolling, I would assume. So fortune of a bold entrepreneur. That's pretty cool. Same background. So these are character sheets, but they are cardboard, thick cardboard. The timekeeper, Timmy. Tact of a empathetic young girl. Alright. Next up, we got the Vanquisher, Chloe. Melody of a shining songstress. Cool. And then we have Ryan. Concealed command of the king, the traveler. Looks like he might have the most strength out of everybody. Low on wisdom though, and 3 luck. And lastly, we have Vane, the philanthropist. Interesting. And pride of the aristocrat. He seems to be pretty balanced. Low on luck, but 4 and 4. I think 5 is the highest you can go, so that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty good balance right there, Vane. All right, so those are the character model or character sheets, character cardboard. Put them off to the side. Let's go ahead and take a look at these real quick, actually. So, like I said, I believe you just have a pile of these, you flip it over, and that's how you go room to room. Flip it over, boom, you just went from this door to this door. I like games like that. You rebuild your dungeon type of deal, going room to room. You don't know exactly what you're about to run into, what you're about to see. A game that if you know a game called Dungeon Run is a big one that does that. And I love that game. I had so much fun playing it, so I think this game, why I backed it, is it reminded me of it. So anyways, here's the rooms. Pretty good art. You see the doors. Cracked window, chair, 9 or higher. So yeah, I don't know how to play the game because it's been so long. I haven't read the rules in so long. Just got this in the mail, so I wanted to open it up, show everybody. So I can't explain exactly what this all means. Seems to be pretty. Here's some rooms that are nothing in it. Seems to be pretty simple art overall. You're not getting too much variation from each tile, but that's okay as long as it does its job. Yeah, so that's all those. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Yeah, they are wood, or yeah, cardboard tiles, so thick, sturdy. Hopefully they'll last a good while. You don't have to worry too much about damage. I know if it was a paper or you know, like a thin type of what is it, blanking out, sorry, laminated paper, maybe it would tear more easily. All right, so you gotta do this. Here's the dice, and you know what we gotta do here on the channel when we get dice. Break out, see how they roll. So looks like it's standard 6-sided die. They are full wooden dice, so simple, easy, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. They just wanted to get the job done, not break the bank for die. So put that back. So yeah, that's the dice. Yep, standard, smaller, on the smaller side, wooden dice. Simple and easy, nothing crazy there. Nothing crazy fancy. Here's some standees. It looks like, maybe these are for the, oh yeah, here we go. I was too busy thinking about the acrylic standees and how they already came with them. I didn't think about the actual cardboard standees. So yeah, these fit here. I'll just show it real quick in case anybody wants to know how they do. Alright, so you just slide it in. It's a little on the tougher side, but there you go. Simple, easy. Room to room, you move your character. There you go. It does leave a mark. It does tear into the character. So once you put it on, I would suggest suggest leaving it on if you can. You know, tear up the cardboard standees pretty quickly. You put them on and off. All right, lastly, we'll take a look at the cards. Oops, sorry, camera. So I assume you go room to room. You're trying to escape this tower or castle, whatever it is, and you run into enemies along the way. You fight them, trying to escape. Bad dreams, substitute, wailing, lament, trial. So maybe these are just like nightmares. You're just going through nightmares. Dominitis, shriek, phantasm, malice. So these are event cards. So these are event cards. So things that can pop up on your adventure that affect you. Really solid art. I like that. So that's what those are. I should just look at the back. So items. Yeah, more events. Some more events. A gentle light, auspicious events, lost property, helping hand, blessing of those before us, toward the light, beckoning voice, ill tidings. Yeah, so they desire your downfall. Interesting. Okay. So items. So lantern, clover, mirror of truth, crown of power, spectacles of knowledge, lucky cane, lucky toy bear, lantern. So these are silver. So I guess maybe it levels up. Stone of light, lantern, celestial amulet, jeweled hairpin, and royal teddy. So yeah, this is a lighter game. It's definitely a more, you probably could play this with if you have children who play board games with you, you could probably play this with them. It's more lighthearted, nothing too crazy. The rules seem to be pretty simple overall. Let's take a look real quick of the sleeves before I forget about those. So like I said, these are the first time I've had these type of this brand of sleeve. So let's see. So a little bit thicker, I would say, than I'm used to using for my trading card games. They're clear, pretty simple. Yeah. I wouldn't say premium. I wouldn't say these are the best sleeves I've ever felt or I've ever seen. They don't have a matte feel. They're pretty standard sleeves. I think they're a little bit thicker than most other brands. Maybe that's why they're called premium. I don't know. But it does fit the card pretty easily. There's still space, for the card on each side. I mean, they'll do the job. They're clear. They show exactly. And the whole point is to keep the cards a longer lifespan. So Not bad. Not terrible. It does the job. As long as it does the job, it should get a positive score. Anything beyond that, you're just wanting something that fits your fancy, essentially. Alright, so yeah, that is CHAINsomnia. Pretty smaller size game. And here you go, you can see I'm just putting everything back. Let's see. No space under that, but that is possible room to put your punch outs and your acrylics. You can just put them on the bottom, or maybe they can fit right here even in this little spot. Yeah, pretty simple game overall. Looks like it's gonna be fun. I like to have games that I can just play really quickly in between big campaign games, so that looks like this would be the case here. And yeah, look how simple it is to throw back together. That's the biggest thing. Clean up. Getting the game onto the table and then getting it off the table. Those are two pretty big, important factors to having a game's lifespan be something you want to continue to play and use, you know, day after day or year after year if you want to keep it on your shelf. You know, if it takes forever to bring a game to the table and set it up, after a while it gets tiresome. You know, maybe you love the game a lot, you'd be willing to put up with that, but games like this where it's quickly, you can just throw it out and play it real quick, get a quick 40-50 minute session in, you know, maybe an hour or two, put it up. It doesn't take up a lot of space on the shelf. You know, can't beat it. So yeah, that'd be an unboxing of CHAINsomnia by Japanime Games. Hey, if you like this content, I would really appreciate it if you leave me a like and comment below. What do you think about CHAINsomnia? What do you think about Japanime Games? Do you think they'd make great games? Do you like that Japanese game market that they so well bring over to the United States? And then yeah, if you like this content, you want to follow along, please leave me a subscription, subscribe to the channel, and we'll continue to look at all the games I have coming in, and plenty more to go on my back catalog that I have not done yet. So I thank you for watching the video. Everyone stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.